I'm Stavros. Good morning and welcome to Western Garages, the main Volkswagen dealership here in Ennis, County Clare in Ireland. And I'm here today to drive this new Volkswagen Touareg. It's got the 3-litre V6 diesel engine. So I'll be showing you all around the exterior of the car, and then we'll hop inside, go down through the interior features, and then I'll be taking it out on the road for a test drive, and we'll see how it performs. Okay, you ready for this? Let's go! Okay, so checking out the exterior design then of the Touareg. I think they've done a great piece of work on this car. I really like it, nice and sharp looking. I especially like the rear there over that back wheel. It just is nicely sculpted there, isn't it? Just makes it sit nicely on the road. So it's finished here in quartzite grey metallic. This is a €1,200 option. So this car, as you see it here, it sits at €89,000. So it's fitted with about €9,000 worth of options. But yeah, we'll go down through some of them and let you know what it's all about. So it's sitting there on 20-inch alloy wheels. You can get 21s if you wish. And they go down to 18-inch if you want to get smaller wheels. Now you can get an off-road package, which will give you a bigger fuel tank. So it rises from 75 litres up to 100 litres. If you want your bigger fuel tank. And on the off-road package you also get better protection underneath the body of the car as well. So if you're somebody that does a lot of off-roading, you might want to think of the off-road package. It will also give you a couple of extra towing eyes as well on that off-road package. So this is also fitted with the technology upgrade. So we have the panoramic sunroof, we've got the heads-up display, and we have the Dynaudio upgraded stereo system. So yeah, I really like the looks of this. I think it just looks nice and sharp, doesn't it? It's just the design is so much of an improvement over the second generation. Even the rear there, really nicely done. And also the exhausts are real exhausts. They're not fake exhausts. So let's just open it up. That is your key. And we'll have a look at the boot space first actually, because this is where they made a big improvement on the boot space. Now the boot does open up electrically. There's a button on the dashboard. So I especially like this function here. So if I press that button there, now the rear tow hitch will pop out there. Look at this. So it has a 3.5 ton towing capacity. That is an optional extra, but very good if you're towing your trailers, of course. Now it does have trailer assist as well, so it will help you reverse your trailer automatically. So yeah, something you might want to think about if you're somebody that is not very good at reversing trailers. Now you can fold down the rear seats there. Now the boot space has increased by 113 litres. So the previous model had 697 litres and here we have 810. So yeah, they've made big improvements in boot space. Now that is just a rubber mat. You can get a carpet mat with a rubber background, so a rubber back to it. So let's just open it up here. I just want to give you a look at the space saver spare wheel. So you can see there it's not pumped up. You have to pump up this space saver wheel, so it saves more space when it's placed here and you can store all your items all around it. But yeah, it has an electric pump as well, and obviously all your jacking equipment. And I think that's a subwoofer for the upgraded stereo system. But that's just a valeting kit that Western have in the car. But yeah, let's just close it up here. So that would close automatically. Always very handy to have that feature. So yeah, I'll show you just in the rear first, just before I hop in to the front, and let's just click them back. Now we do have a recline function here as well, where you can recline back your seats, so you can see how much that reclines there. Now that's my driving position. I'm 6'2", so let me just sit inside and give you a look. Yeah, there's decent enough space in the back here, and we do have 2 USB outlets. Now on some models you can get a 3-pin socket here if you wish, if you want to plug in your laptop, but it's not here on this version. But quite nicely done. We have the Vienna leather finish here, and let me just fold down that. We have our 2 cup holders. Yeah, so, and we have our Isofix as well in the rear here for your child seats. But just look at this, guys. This is a serious piece of technology here now. Wait until I show you through this. But oh yeah, we have the full size panoramic sunroof. That is the shade is just closed there. But yeah, let's just hop into the front. So this is where things get serious in the Touareg. So it's fitted here with the Innovision package. So what this consists of is a 12-inch display in front of the driver and a 15-inch big display there in the center console. So I really like this. We'll go down through it now. But now you can get a smaller display in the less expensive versions of the Touareg, and I'll show you them when we come back from the drive. But yeah, we have the piano black finish here and a nice silver trim finish, and it also comes with ambient lighting. Hopefully I'll show you that later on. Obviously all your electric windows and your mirrors, and you can lock and unlock your doors, and we have a memory function there for the driver's seat, and you can open up your boot electrically. Let's just hop inside and start it up. So just press the button once, starts it up, and we have the parking brake there, electric, and you have your hold function for your brakes. And these are all your different driving modes. We'll go down through them, and you have your volume function there for your stereo, and you can also press it in to turn it off. And your cup holders there, nicely done, adaptive, and we have a charging pad there for your smartphone. So it'll charge inductively, wirelessly, and we have a USB connection and your electric socket there. And your glove box is quite small. It would have been nice if that was a bit bigger, but oh yeah, we have the media SD card slots here as well, and you can fit a phone in there if you wish. Okay, this is where it gets serious, guys. This 15-inch screen, the technology, it's just incredible. Look at the size of the sat-nav, and you can reflect your sat-nav. You can have it up here on the active info display there as well. But yeah, really cool piece of design, isn't it? So yeah, let's just give it a couple of revs. Okay. Now this screen here, when you approach it with your finger, all this menu comes up, so you don't even have to touch the screen. Watch. And this just all pops up. So I'm going to click on the menu there, and yeah, obviously you have your Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and your mirror link. Now see this CarNet here, I like this function here, so we'll click accept on that. So what this tells you is, it will tell you the price of petrol and diesel in petrol stations, and if we click on parking, it will tell you how many spaces are left in available car parks. So yeah, it'll tell you the news, it'll tell you the weather. It just keeps you updated on everything you need to know. But yeah, I really like that function. So how do I get back out of this? Yeah, there we go. So CarNet, yeah, really like that. And obviously you can set up your phone, and you can have little images there. If you want to have your wallpaper there for your screen, you can. I really like the function there for your climate control, your air conditioning. Look, just slide it up and down. Really like that. And your heated seats, obviously. Yeah, a lot of the functions in this interior you would come to expect of a car of this price. But if I just slide back the sunshade there, yeah, I'll just let that slide away back. But yeah, we do have nice LED lamps there for the rear passengers. So your sunroof there, and your sunshade will go, yeah, your sunshade will go back even further if I click that. So just giving extra light in there for the rear seat passengers. But yeah, the panoramic sunroof is nice. I kind of like that. So, oh yeah, let's just move down to the driving modes. So I'm just going to click on the screen again. Let me just close that sunroof so we don't have the glare on the screen. So yeah, if I just click on the driving modes again, so you can see there we have off-road, we have snow mode, and individual. You can have your different settings on the screen, and we have sport, and we have normal, and we have eco mode. So really nice graphics and a really clear display. So yeah, let's just open up the armrest there. So yeah, we have a USB socket in there as well, and there is a small light there. But it would have been nice if this was height adjustable. So there's no height adjustment on that. Look at this. So if I turn the wheel, look, it'll tell you on the screen how many degrees your wheel is turned. So that's pretty unusual, isn't it? So yeah, I think I'm just going to show you the engine just to see what that's like. I'm just going to knock it back off. There we go. Okay, let's hop out here and just have a quick look at this. So yeah, we have a 3-litre V6 turbo diesel, and just give you a quick look at that. So we have 286 horsepower in this particular version. Now you can get a slightly less powerful version that will come in at 231 horsepower. But even that model would have pretty decent enough performance. So this particular model can go from 0 to 62 miles per hour in 6.1 seconds and has a top speed of 146 miles per hour. So yeah, quite nice, isn't it? But yeah, let's close that up. And now you will get petrol versions as well, but we'll talk about them later. So yeah, I think that just about wraps us up on the exterior. It's time to hop in now and take it for a drive. Okay, off we go on the drive. So I just travelled a bit away from the dealership because I just want to drive down some country roads just to get a feel for the suspension. Now we don't have the air suspension on this particular version of the Touareg. You can get it, and that would obviously give you even more comfort. But not only that, but you can rise and lower the suspension for better off-roading capability, and it also makes loading in the rear in the luggage compartment nice and easier as well by lowering the rear of the car. And obviously it would be easier to hook underneath trailers with your tow hitch to be able to rise and lower it. But yeah, just driving it now, it's very well insulated. We do have acoustic laminate in the glass to cut down on road noise. The suspension is really good now, even though this is just the standard suspension. But yeah, sitting on 20-inch alloy wheels, but you can still get a feel for what the road surface is doing. So yeah, like, you're not totally isolated from the road surface, which is good. If you're driving in icy conditions, you can still have a feel for the road. But we're just going to go out onto the motorway now and give it a bit of power. We are in sport mode because we want to get the full performance. So yeah, we're just going to go out onto the slip road here, give it a bit of power and see what it's like. Now that, nothing wrong with that power, guys. I can definitely feel it there. It's wow, that's nice. I'm just going to slow down again and give it some more power. We do have our adaptive cruise control, of course. I have that set at the moment to 120 kilometers. But yeah, it's nice and smooth, and the engine is well insulated as well. But you'd almost feel like you're driving a petrol. There literally is no difference whatsoever. I have my head-up display there, and it's sensing the car ahead, so it'll adapt to the speed of that car. So I really like that heads-up display now. Very nice feature. But as I said already, the interior is just fantastic. Everything is so clear. The driving position is brilliant, so I can get a perfect driving position. I'm 6'2", as I said, and I can get the seat nice and low. I have full electric adjustment on the steering wheel, and as I said already, it would be nicer if the center armrest could be just a little bit higher for adjustment. But other than that, it's a great driving position. Wind noise is down to a total minimum. I'm getting so little wind noise, so that's very good. But yeah, this would be a real motorway mileage cruncher, this car. Yeah, I'd really love to take this on a long drive now. But you can get a few more different engine options if you wish. Now there's an animal of an engine coming as well, right? It's a 4-litre V8 turbo diesel developing 422 horsepower. But not only that, it has 900 Newton meters of torque. So can you imagine the pulling power in that car? That's just going to be an animal. What's also available is a 3-litre turbo petrol TSI, and that will have 320 horsepower. Yeah, and you'll also be able to get a 2-litre petrol plug-in hybrid. So yeah, there's numerous engines that you can choose in the Touareg. But yeah, I'm really liking this now. Real comfortable, nice and supportive seats too. But now you can get this Touareg with 4-wheel steering. Now what this does is, when you're overtaking, say on the motorway, the rear wheels turn in the same direction as the front wheels, so it makes maneuvering nice and easy on the motorway and more comfortable for your passengers also. But on the slow maneuvers, the rear wheels turn in the opposite direction to the front wheels, so they'll turn up to 5 degrees. So yeah, the turning circle has been reduced in this Touareg by 1 meter to the previous Touareg, so you have far better maneuverability all around town. So it almost has the same turning circle as the Volkswagen Golf, even though this is a much bigger car. Now of course, if you want 7 seats, I'm afraid you'll have to go down to the Tiguan all space, or else move up to an Audi Q7 if you want 7 seats in your SUV. But this will be more than enough space for most customers. Guys, there's nothing wrong with the power. I can tell you now, that is very, very, that's great performance. I really like that. But any other options I can talk about? Oh yeah, you do have the anti-tilt function. Now what this does is, say for instance, if you're going around some tight bends, it will counteract the lean of the car in bends, so you'll go around the bends more flat. So just another option that you can pick. That comes with the air suspension, so your anti-tilt function. But you can spend so much money on options on this car. You can also get night vision, and you can get the matrix headlamps. So they have the cornering ability as well on the matrix headlamps, and they'll also dim automatically for oncoming traffic, and they'll light up any pedestrians or cyclists or animals on the road. They'll shine a beam on that object, and it will show up on your screen here as a warning. But yeah, this is some cruiser. So in a small way, guys, I'm driving a Lamborghini Urus. I'm sitting on the underpinnings of a Lamborghini Urus. So yeah, probably the closest I'll ever get to driving an Urus. Okay, so I'm just pulled in here. I'm just going to put it into sport mode, and we'll just power on here and just see how quickly it goes to 0 to 62 miles per hour. Okay, let's go. There we go, 60 miles per hour. Yeah, as I said, no shortage of performance. Okay, we're back on the back road here and just powering on, but a great way just to test the suspension, just traveling on these back roads. So yeah, like, given that the car is so comfortable, I'd really be interested to know what the air ride suspension is like. But plenty of comfort, as I said. It's just so hard to pick fault with this car. I mean, they've got so many things just so right on the car. Of course, it would be nicer if it had more soft touch down here, and probably the steering wheel if they had changed it in some way, because it's just the same as the Golf. But other than that, it's a great car. Really like it. That's about it, guys. Oh yes, I must show you as well, guys. They have the new T-Cross here, so we'll have a quick look at that as well. So yeah, just park back up here. We also have a rear reversing camera that's nice and clear, and we have the park pilot function, so it'll park on its own as well. But I just want to show you this as well, the sunshade, so you can block the side and you can also block the front. So just another clever piece of design from Volkswagen. And yeah, we have the frameless rear view mirror, and also all the functions there for the panoramic sunroof. And it also has an SOS function, so you can press that and you're directed straight into the emergency services if you're in a spot of trouble. So I'm just going to put it into park and knock off the engine. Now I just want to hop outside because, as I said to you, we do have the new Volkswagen T-Cross. So this is Volkswagen's small SUV. It's based on the Polo, and they got this in about 3.5 weeks ago. So it's a new car, new SUV for the Volkswagen range. So let's have a look around this. So yeah, it just shows you how much bigger the Touareg is to the T-Cross. But yeah, so at the moment there are 3 engines available in the T-Cross. The first one is a 1 litre turbo petrol at 95 horsepower. Then we have a 1 litre turbo petrol at 115 horsepower. Then we have a 1.6 diesel with 95 horsepower. So it's finished here in the R-Line specification. So let's just give you a look inside. So yeah, you do have your leather covered steering wheel and also your gear stick, 6 gears in this, and leather covered handbrake as well. So I sat into it earlier. You can get a good driving position in it. So yeah, quite nicely done. And in the rear, that is the leg space behind me. As I said, I'm 6'2", so yeah, it's pretty good for the size of car it is. I mean, my legs would just about be touching the back seat there, but it's still pretty good. So I'd be happy with that. So the prices of these start from 23,000 to over 30,000 euro. So you see the floor there is just dropped, so you can get extra space. You can rise the floor up if you wish. So you do have a full-size spare wheel and all your jacking equipment, of course. And we have a warning triangle built into the door. So it's quite nicely styled, isn't it? Of course, the small SUV and even the SUV market as a whole is growing hugely. So back in 2007, it accounted for 8% of Volkswagen sales. Fast forward 10, 11 years later, and it accounts for 45% of Volkswagen sales in the SUV market. So they're expecting that to rise to up to 50% in the next 2 to 3 years. So the SUV market is just huge at the moment. And there we have the 2nd generation Volkswagen Touareg. So I'm just going to walk quickly into the showroom just to give you a look at the standard Touareg. So before I show you around the standard version of the Touareg, let's just have a quick look at the Tiguan. So the Tiguan has a standard price there of 39,150 euro for your standard Tiguan. This one is finished in the Highline specification. So we have a 2 litre turbo diesel engine with 150 horsepower. Now you can get the Tiguan All-Space if you want a 7-seat configuration in the Tiguan. So yeah, if you want to carry more passengers. And this is the T-Roc. So I already shot a video from here of the T-Roc if you want to have a look at that. This one features the 1 litre turbo petrol engine with 115 horsepower. Has a standard price there of 27,350 euro. This particular version you're looking at is finished in the design specification. So yeah, beside it there we have the Polo. So this one has a small engine, 1 litre petrol engine, 65 horsepower, and a standard price there of 17,000 euro for your Polo. So nice, cheap to insure, cheap to tax, a very good starter car for the young people out there. So let's just swing over here because I just want to show you the camper van here, the Lego camper van. Have a look at this. Really like this. Have a look in the rear there. The black and white tiles on the floor. But yeah, this would be a very good present for somebody. 132 euro. And then beside it we have the Beetle Lego model, 134 euro. And then we have the cap and the clock and various other pieces of merchandise. And the model down there and even the football. Okay, let's move over to the Mark 7 Golf. So this one features the 1.5 TFSI engine, 150 horsepower. Supposed to be a very nice car to drive. I haven't driven one yet, but yeah, from all the reports about it, it's a very good performer on the road, 150 horsepower. And the Golf has a standard price there of 30,000 euro. And this one you're looking at here is 31,150 euro. So a few extras added on to this particular version. Then we have the Arteon, very stylish car, the Arteon. This one has the 2 litre turbo diesel engine, also with 150 horsepower. Yeah, so the Arteon, they are, yeah, you can almost see the family resemblance on the front of the Arteon to the front of the Touareg. But yeah, they're a very nice car as well. So the Arteon there has a standard price coming in at around 45,500 euro. And great space in the rear of these. I sat into one earlier there, and great legroom in those Arteons. So yeah, this is your standard Touareg. So yeah, coming in at €67,000. So you'll notice the lack of chrome throughout the body. So we have no chrome all around the side windows, and also no chrome on the base of the doors. We have 18-inch alloy wheels, so smaller wheels to the model I drove, and we have round tips on the exhausts instead of oval tips. And we also have a lack of chrome there at the base of the rear bumper. So yeah, it's a very, very dark blue metallic paint in this. It almost looks black in dark light. But let's just have a look at the front just before I show you the interior. Now you'll notice the lack of chrome at the base of the front bumper as well. So yeah, it all depends what way you want your Touareg to look, but it's still quite nice, even with the lack of chrome. So let me just open it up and show you the interior. Now we have the analog layout there in front of the driver, as opposed to the 12-inch screen I showed you in the version I drove. And we have the 9.2-inch infotainment screen, and we have actual physical buttons there for the climate control system. So still quite nice. Now I do like the interior finish here on the center console. So it's a kind of a matte finish, whereas the one that I drove had a piano black. So yeah, that is how the standard Touareg looks. Very nice car, very hard to find fault with these cars. So there we have it, the 2019 Volkswagen Touareg. Really liked my drive in this car. They're such a refined car, it's just incredible. Really nice drive, and 286 horsepower from the 3-litre V6 turbo diesel engine. So Brendan is just inside, heading off home. But look at that, really nice. So if you don't want this version, just go for the smaller engine, 231 horsepower, also with a 3-litre V6 engine. So we also checked out the interior ambient lighting feature in the Touareg. So you can see there we can have green, we can have blue, various different colours there lighting up. So yeah, it looks great at night. I really like that. Yeah, so they managed to shave off 106 kilos in the total weight of the car, so that will obviously add to the performance of the car and save on fuel. So it's 8 centimeters longer than the second generation. So that's where all that extra leg space in the rear comes in, and also the luggage space. So 8 centimeters longer than the second generation. So yeah, I really enjoyed my day today all around Western Garages here in Ennis, the main Volkswagen dealership. And as you can see, a bunch of second-hand cars here for sale also. So call in, say hello to Brendan, and say that Stavros sent you, and he might give you a discount. Maybe not, I don't know. But yeah, okay guys, I'm going to wrap it up there. I've gone on too long now. But Western Garages here in Ennis, a huge thanks to them for having me here today, and a huge thanks to you all for watching. Cheers! Less chrome on the front, and you'll have no chrome around the rear. T-Roc has a starting price of 27,000. Make sure you're stay tuned. And I just have some bleeding.